Hey everyone, Stephanie here. So, this video we're going to be making some mixed media hidden paper clips, okay? So, I have discovered how to make these recently. Hidden paper clips have been around for a long time, right? Obviously. And I never really made any sort of like this. I've made sort of the vintage style, but I wanted something a little bit more fun and bright, So I decided to, pull out all my stuff and play around. So I'm going to show you how I made these. These are really cute. Now there's a different way. Now this one actually is a topper, probably because of the way I placed the paper clip on the back. So I probably would stick that at the top of a journal. Okay, so I'm going to show you what I use and what you need to have, and if you want to make this. Okay, excuse me. All righty. Now, this is actually a chipboard. Okay, these are chipboard circles. Now I got these on clearance a couple years ago. Okay, and they came in different sizes. So they have the small, a medium, and a large, right? And this is what they look like before this. So that's what they look like. I bought like I don't know 3 or 4 packs of these. So I kind of didn't know what I was going to do with them, and I thought, I've made other things with these, but not the hidden paper clips. Okay. So what I did was I just glued them onto some paper. Okay, just some vintage note paper, music note paper. Okay, if I can talk. All right, and I just glued them down and I just cut around it. Okay, so you fussy cut around it. All right, if you have this now, if you don't have chipboard, you can use some heavy cardstock. Same thing. Okay, just you know, you can probably just use your punch with some heavy cardstock. Is what I mean. I should say that because not everybody has chipboard circles. But you can also, if you have chipboard, you can definitely make your own chipboard circles. Okay. So I'm not the best fussy cutter, y'all. I'm really not. So that's how they look when you cut around them. Okay. So you want to obviously toss this paper aside here. Okay. Toss that aside. And then so you're left with the circle. All right. That's what it looks like. Now I do have some chipboard I'm gonna show you. Now this I have the heavy chipboard. So again, I've had this for a while. You can probably order this off of Amazon. And if I find it on Amazon, y'all, I will link this in my Amazon storefront, and you can check the storefront at the link down below in the description. But you can there's different weights to chipboard. This is like the heavier one. I think I'm out of the thinner one. And then glue them. You glue them to your paper. Now I wanted a plainer paper because I knew I was going to decorate it. I didn't want to use scrapbook paper. I feel like that's a different thing. So I just wanted to use something that I could actually decorate. And what I did was I just glued these all to this paper, the vintage note paper, and let it dry. And then I just cut around it like I just showed you. And that's what you get. Okay. You get the circle. Now it is going to be plain on the back. Now you can always flip it over and glue the other side if you want. Right. I already have some circles punched out from previous times that I'm going to glue to the back of these. Okay. So we can hide our paper clip. But that is one way to, to do this. Okay. So yeah, that's what it would look like, and I just cut them up and, cut around it. All right. So I have extras there. Now, once I cut them up. Okay. I'll show you what I did. Where's the one I just cut, y'all? Let's see. Let's look at that one. Pardon my sniffling. My allergies are raging. I don't know what's going on. Yeah. So now if it comes up on the side, you can just glue it down, obviously. Let me see here. I'm going to probably trim this a little bit better because, I just wanted to have a little bit more neat look to it. Some of you are neater than me when doing fussy cutting here. Again, it's not my strong suit, but I think that looks okay, right? It looks pretty good, right? So that's why I wanted the plain paper on the back, with just a little design in it, just to give it a little something. Because as you see, we cover most of it up anyway, right? So this is what we're going to do. Now, let me show you what I did. I took some archival ink. I went around it in coffee. I just did a little inking on the sides of all of it. Okay, so we're going to do that. Alrighty. All right, and I put it aside, and then that's when I started decorating it. Okay, so I did all these the other day. Well, yeah, I did all these the other day. So that's what they look like. Or if you glue them down and then you cut them out and then you put your ink on them. All right. So that's what they're going to look like. Again, these are chipboard. But if you don't have chipboard, you can use like a heavy cardstock. Okay. Punch your circles out first and then do all that. Okay. Excuse me. And then I like the little ones. I like the little ones. They're really cute. Okay. So we have little ones and big ones. We have 3 sizes. All right. So I love that. Now, let's start decorating. Now, before we do that though, I pulled out markers. Now, you can do this with anything you want to decorate with, right? If you want to use paint or ink or whatever you want to use. I am using all these markers. Okay. You don't have a ton of paint markers. You can use paint markers. All right. These dotters came in a pack of 5, and I can't find the red one. So I don't know where it is. It fell somewhere, so I'm sure it'll turn up. But then these were $5 for the pack of 5. Okay. So you can use paint dotters, markers, whatever you want to use, right? I didn't want a lot of messy things, I didn't want a whole lot of paint and sprays, and you can always use that as well. I just wanted to use markers and make something easy and quick. So that's what I did. Okay. And then you also need some stickers, and then you need some of your trims, your little, scrap pieces of trim. If you have trims, that would be great. Or, stuff like this, the little what do you call this stuff, y'all? Not yarn, but you know what I mean. String. Good Lord. And then here's my a little trim. Now, you know what is funny? It's interesting now that I'm using all this trim. I had so many colors of trim like a year or two ago, and I wasn't using it and I got rid of it. Now I need it. Isn't that crazy? So just be careful what you toss. I've used it on journals and all kind of stuff now. So I'm definitely in the market for some new color trims. Okay, eyelash trim. So I just use eyelash trim and some little gold string and stuff that I had. Okay. And then you can use an applique to put on top of it. You can use a sticker. You can use a fabric flower or a paper flower. I pulled out an acrylic piece that I had. Acrylic, if you're going to use an acrylic piece or a resin piece, it should be pretty flat. Like this is pretty flat, right? It's actually a charm. But I'm going to see. I don't know how it's going to look, but I have it out, right? So I have some other stickers too that I was playing with, but I like these. These are Dollar Tree stickers, by the way. All right. So there's that. All right. Now let's get into it. Start decorating this. Let's push this back. All righty. Now what did I do before? Oh, this is what I did before. Now these are some paint markers. Okay. So I used the bullet nib, and what I did was, I think we'll make 2 sizes here. I just took the paint marker and I just kind of drew on it like that, right? Just sort of in the background, very like kind of haphazardly, nothing too crazy, right? And I just did it with a bunch of different color markers. Okay. And I got these markers on clearance, y'all, at Hobby Lobby. So what color is this one? Is like a iridescent, not iridescent, fluorescent pink. I love this marker. And then this one is like a fluorescent amber, I think they call it. Okay, so I'm gonna do that. But you see how like light it is, right? It's almost like a off-white buttercream color. All right, so you can make these in any color you want. I am gonna do a few vintage ones, but I'm gonna use some different things. So I put some of this on one of those ones I may do a vintage thing on, because I don't want real bright colors on those. And then what I'm going to do is, these are metallic markers. So I don't know. I'm going to just go around my pages, my pieces here with my daughters. So I'm going to start with the red this time. Okay, let's start with red. All right, you're going to shake them up. Okay, let's do that. Again, if you don't have daughters, you can use your markers. Okay. Now, these are Jane Davenport Ladybug Daughters. I believe she still sells these. I don't know. You'd have to check her website, All right. So we're going to go in with the blue. All right. I love these colors. Very pretty. All right. And I just went around it just like this. Now, you can go around it however you want. You can add ink to these. Yeah, like I said, you can spray these. I didn't want to do all of that. So that's why I'm using the markers. Now, let's do the yellow. Now, this is the one I got from Five Below. See, I haven't even used this, so I have to make it. I have to, oh, look at that. That's nice and bright. Oh, this is a pretty bright yellow. It's brighter than the other one I have. Oh, look at that. How pretty. Right. Oh, okay. Oh, love. Okay. We love. Look at that. It's so pretty. Okay. So I'm going to let it dry just a little bit. These dry really fast. So, I'm not going to worry about that. Let me see. What other color? I have blue, right? I have red. Let's This is a metallic pink. I haven't used any metallics. I don't think I've even used these. Let me see here. Nope. See, haven't used those. So you can just do it like, look at that. Now you're gonna have to let this dry because, you know, it is wet. All right. So I like that. Just kind of dots, or you can just draw on it or whatever. Yeah, or whatever. Just do some mark making, something cool. That's what I want to do. Now, if I were inclined to and I wanted to wait, I would probably just drop some acrylic ink on these, and let them dry. Now, I'm probably going to glue this little side down, but yeah. So, you can always do that. Now, where's the glue? I was using wet glue, y'all. Oh, look, I got a little a wayward gemstone there. Okay, so let's try to glue this. Uh-oh, we're messing it up. Here, let's try to glue it down. All right, let's just glue it down. There we go. All right. Glue it down. And then yeah, we're gonna just go from there. So I have this orange one. I have this other, I have all these beautiful colors here. I have orange and all kind of colors here. Let me see here. I'm gonna definitely use black, but probably not as much as I used on that one. And then I like this color. It's like a gold. And I also pulled out a gold marker here. The decor marker. Oh, I love the way that metallic is drying down. It's beautiful. Wow. Okay. Let's do this one here. You know what? I am going to do this one, though. Since I'm sitting here and I have it out. This is going to be the more vintagey one, I think. Okay. All right. So here we go. Just kind of put that like that. This is pretty easy and simple. Okay. And just, there we go. All right. Now, this is like a gold, right? So, do I have pink on here? I guess so, huh? Oh, here. Did I use that one? Pink? Let's see. Yeah, I got a lot of pink on here. All right. Now, these are going to be for the bright ones, okay? And then, what are I don't think, that might all be the colors, I think. What are the colors I want to use? Maybe, I don't know. Let's do red here. Okay. Mixed media here. All right, let's just do that. All right, this is the Art Alternatives paint marker. Okay. So something just very simple, y'all. Very, very simple. Nothing too extravagant here. I am going to do the gold because I didn't do gold on the other one. Okay. I have this marker. I've been using this marker quite a lot. So she might be getting dry here. Let's do that. Oh, I love that. Look at that. And just do a little mark making on there. Let me see. Can I do it on here? Oh. In the background here, huh? So that's this one. That's what that one's going to look like. Very cool, right? Can do that. Gold, huh? Oh, like little gold. Now, I'm going to have to let this dry, obviously, for a few minutes. And then we'll start layering our little bits on here, okay? Oh, I like the gold. I love the gold. Wow, pretty. Here, let's see. Oh, pretty. Now it says vintage with the gold, right? But I like gold. So, where's my black marker? I think I'm going to do the black marker as opposed to the ladybug darter. Because that came out really, really strong, which is fine. But, I may not want it that strong. Okay, so they're drying, but I still have to add a little bit of black on these. Now I have to let this dry. So I guess it is like using paint, huh? I don't want to use too much of it. All right, like I did the other one. Make it a little too dark. So, all right, putting the white on here. I want to let that dry, okay? And then also you can do that, draw your do your little mark making there if you want. Just make sure it's dry when you do, because you don't want to mess up your markers. Oh, and you're going to need your hot glue gun, by the way. Okay, so all right, these are going to be fun and festive. Yeah. Oh, very nice. Oh, I like these. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, a little bit different than the other ones. Here, we're gonna do this one too. I'll do this one since I'm over here, huh? A little lighter colors. So yeah, that's how that one looks. Okay, and then we'll just do a little mark making there. Okay. So I'm gonna let these dry for a second, and I'm gonna start picking out my little pieces. My little dangly bits. Okay. Now you can use, like I said, you can use whatever you want here. Okay. I like these. These are very pretty. They're a little bit different than the other ones. Okay. So you can make them however you like. So pretty. So let's talk about the dangly bits while these are drying. Okay. A little bit. Now you're going to use some regular paper clips. You can use these or big ones. It's up to you. I don't know. I could use a bigger paper clip for this one. I should try it, huh? And then here, you can use your eyelash trim or whatever pretty trim you have. Some string. I have a lot of this gold string, which is like kind of like this. It's just gold. A lot of that. And then I have some tassel stuff here, right? Very pretty. Cut a piece of that. And then just a random piece of whatever, you could use a bunch of your little scraps you have. And then this is what I did. I did these with this punch. Well, the smaller ones anyway. I had another size punch, and I punched out a lot of different scrapbook papers. And I just made a full bag of these, right? And just a bunch of different papers to be able to cover the back of my paper clips, even my fancier paper clips, because I wanted to. I don't like the back of the paper clip showing. That's just me, So, like, I'll show you what I mean here. So, say this is a paper clip, right? All right. Say you do that, right? You glue that on. Then I like to put mine with a thing in the back because I don't like that to show. I just don't. I just don't think it looks that great to me. But hey, you do you. Okay. But that's another way you can hide your paper clips. Okay. So that's just a tip. Now, for the back of these, I cut. These are also a punch outs that I did of different scrapbook papers. Now I did this long time ago. And I did literally sat and like on a weekend, I think, and just punched out a whole bunch of different shapes. Now, this is back when I had the bigger punch and it was working okay. I made just different sizes for all kinds of stuff, right? Different colors, for different things. So I have a lot of different colors for things like this. And I made some like for Christmas time and stuff like that. Really, that's what I was kind of doing. But then I figure I can use them year round. So, you can always punch these out ahead of time and have them, whenever, right? So, yeah, you see, I did regular scrapbook paper. I did the glitter paper because I don't really use the glitter paper, that much at all, if all at all. So, this kind of comes in handy when I'm doing like little crafting things. Now, I don't have too many circles anymore because I use a lot of them. We only have two, so we're gonna do that, okay? And then see, like this is the same size as this, so that's what we're gonna use. I guess I can use that. I guess. I guess. I don't know. We'll figure it out. Oh, I can always punch. Well, I don't have that punch anymore. But if you have a 3-inch punch, you can always just punch out some other colors that you want to use. All right. Okay, so now we're going to take our trim, our eyelash trim, or whatever trim we have. I will definitely want some of this. Okay. I'm just going to cut just a random piece like this. All right. And we're just going to layer the little pieces. Okay. Let's see here. Can we do this? I think I will. I think I'm going to do a little piece of this. Okay. Oh, well, here, I may need a little bit more, huh? I may need a little bit more of this. And like this. Well, here, let's put this on first. Okay. We'll just do that like that on there first. All right, let's do this. Let's like straighten it out. Okay, like kind of like that. Because we're gonna glue our little piece on the top of that, okay? And then I may need a little bit more one more piece. Okay. I like that. That's cute. Cute, cute, cute. And then I'm going to add a little piece of eyelash trim. Okay. Just kind of like maybe one little piece. Or should I put a yellow piece on here? Let's do yellow. Let's do a little. Oh, here we go. Right here. There we go. A little yellow piece. Perfect. 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 Okay. So what you can do is just gather it here. Gather it. Okay. Take your make sure your paper clip is in the direction that you want it to go. So when you put it on your thing, everything hangs, right? So let's do that. All right. So okay. All right, hold on. Okay. And there we go. Okay. There we are. Okay. So let's spread it out a little bit. Okay. And then if it's too much, we can cut it off. Okay. I like the little pieces sticking up. That's so cute. Right? It's so cute. Uh-huh. So cute. Okay. So everything sort of matches. Like this is the way it's going to go down, and then this hangs, beneath it. Alrighty. And then we'll put our little piece on the top, and that's it. Oh, that's so pretty. Look at that. That is so pretty. Matter of fact, you know what I think I'm gonna do? Is this the oh, that's the bullet. So what I'm gonna do is, I know I probably shouldn't, but I'm gonna do that on here. Kind of make it blend, right? This is the Dollar Tree stickers. So this sort of can blend, and then I'm gonna put a little bit of glue on here so it could stay. Alrighty, and then there we go. That's our hidden paperclip, right? Our piece there. You can pull it up a little bit. Oh, wait, hold on. Hang on. Spread it out a little bit here. Oh, wait, hold on. Let's turn it around. Turn it around. All right, so there we go. And then I'm going to put probably just a little bit of glue under here just so it can hold, okay? Just so it can hold. There we go. So to make it even. That's so pretty. So we may cut a few strays here. Just a little bit. Alrighty. I cut some here. I don't want it too long. And let it cool off. Okay, look at that. It's so beautiful. And then here, let's just go ahead and do this other little one here. Do the medium one, I should say. All right, so let's cut our trim here. Alrighty, now I did find some more stickers using Dollar Tree stickers. Okay. These are Dollar Tree stickers, and I pulled these out too. Like, these are so pretty, right? So we can use those if we want. We'll try it. We'll test it. All right, so let's pull our little stuff here. Okay. I want some of this gold stuff here. It gets very tangled, the stuff. But, it's great for layering and stuff like that. So, all right, now just double it up like that. And then I cut it if I want to, at the bottom. Alrighty, so I wanted to do that. Wait, let's straighten this out. Straighten that one out. Oh, here, let's move that in the way. In the way. Alrighty, let's do this. Okay, I want that there. Now, you know what you could do? You could take this flower and put it there, and it will be gorgeous, right? Oh, let's go down just a little bit, y'all. Okay. And you could use a flower or anything else you want to use, but I just wanted to use these butterflies because I thought they were beautiful. I use butterflies and everything. I think that's okay, but oh yeah, look, I have this other stuff here too. Look at this. Isn't this cool? I think I'm gonna use this piece because it's so multicolored here. I got all these at Hobby Lobby, y'all. All these different color strings there. Okay, they're in the yarn aisle, and it's just different colors. I love that. So let's go ahead and double this up. Alrighty. You can use a sticker or a die cut if you want. Oh, let's see here. Wait a minute. I think it's too long. Obviously. Obviously, it's too long. Okay. So I think that's kind of maybe enough, but you know me. I'm a everything in kitchen sink kind of girl. What I'm going to do is pull this up top so I can just put my piece on here, glue my piece. Let's audition one of these pieces. And I pulled these out too. All Dollar Tree stickers, y'all. So use your Dollar Tree stickers. We get all these stickers and we hardly, use them at least. At least I do. I have a ton of stickers I hardly ever use. So let's just see how this looks. Like that's pretty. Now these are very flat. So if you want a little bit of a rise in these, you probably have to put a double-sided piece of tape on it. That's pretty though. Wow. These I think are a little small. Yeah, these are too small. Okay, so maybe not. Let me see. I don't know if I want a heart. Like this is cool. That's funky, but I don't like that purple thing there. I don't like any of these. And I have a ton of stickers, but they're all put away. So I just wanted to use what was kind of right in front of me. I mean, I could use the purple. Why not? Let's see. I don't want to. Let's see. Let's see. I might just stick with the other butterflies here. Oh, let's see. Let's see. I just want to see how it looks. Oh, that looks really cool, though. You know what? Let's go ahead and use it. Why not? But double-sided piece of tape. And I'm putting it on here. Okay. Now let's see it. I'm going to pull this up and I'm going to cut it. Okay. Hold on. Let me put this on here. So I want a little bit of rise in this. Of course, I have ink on my hands. Let's just do this. Okay. Put this on here like this. Alrighty. Let's do it. Let's go for it. All right. Oh, very cute. All right. So I'm tidying up the top of it because it's a little raggedy looking. But I do still want some, stuck out there, kind of fluffed out a little bit. Alrighty. And if you don't want this much on here, you don't have to put that much. But look at that. That's so beautiful. Okay. So now that we're done with the decorating part of the hidden paper clips, I had to pause the video, and now I'm back to finish these off here. Okay. So what I decided to do was, because I did want this to be a hidden paper clip, the way that I was doing before, it was kind of exposed, but you know what? You're going to slide it on your thing, your piece anyway. So I decided to do this. Okay. So this is just one way of doing the hidden paper clips. Technically, it should be a piece over this. So you really can't see it. And that means it's hidden. But because you're going to just slide this on your journal, technically you don't even see it, once you put it like this. Right. So I'm going to demonstrate in my journal. Okay. So I just I'll show you what I did. So what I did was I took a paper clip, okay, and I just folded a little piece here, a little piece of cardstock. All right, and then what I'm gonna do is just put some glue in here. Okay, put a little glue in there. Let me see here. All right, and then just glue this together. Okay, make sure it's straight. All right, the way you want it. Like that. Let it cool off. I may cut that little piece, maybe. We'll see. Okay. So you'll have something that looks kind of like that. Now, technically, like I said, you can put another piece on top of this just to hide it. But again, it's going to slide on your journal, so it's not going to matter. But at least it won't be sticking out anywhere, right? So that's kind of my purpose of doing these. It just looks like you just placed there so beautifully, right? And also, while this is drying, I went around with my metallic gold marker and I went around and did some edging on it. Okay, you could edge this up with any marker you choose, any metallic marker, just because I think it looks really good like that. So when you stick it on your journal or piece or whatever you're going to put it on, it looks really, really cool. Okay, so I just took it like this and just went around it. Okay, if you have a bigger one, that's even better. I just had this one because I was using it earlier. Alrighty, and you just go around and do some edging on it. Okay, kind of make it have gilded edges, supposedly, I guess is a good way to say it, because it already has gold on it. Okay, so yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. Again, nobody's really gonna see it, but it just kind of finishes it off, makes it look really, really nice. All right, so just go around it like that, or you can take some paint and paintbrush if you want. I'd rather just do it with a marker. It's just easier and neater. You don't have to worry about the paint going everywhere. Okay, so alrighty, so it kind of takes away. You can do this with a pink metallic marker or whatever. So, and then this got a little messed up there because I had them in sorry, my dog's barking, y'all. I had them in a basket because I had to pause, stop the video. All right, so I end up using a metallic butterfly on this one. Okay, and I use one on there, of course. So you have two metallic butterflies. And so yeah, I'm gonna just eventually just do all of these like that. So for right now, I'll just do the top, and then once we're done with the whole piece, I will just go around and do all of the edging on it. I just want to show you that that's an option. Okay, that is an option for you to do. Okay, yeah, oh, that looks good. So if you put it on your piece, it looks really, really cool. Okay, see, look at that. That looks nice, just like that, right? So finish up the sides here. Yeah, see, a little messy, but I did it. Okay, and I love the way these came out. So beautiful. Now let's go ahead and put the paper clip on the back. Like, I really probably didn't even need to do this, but I thought, well, okay, I think it looked better with something like, something on the back of it. You don't have to do that, but you can if you want to. Let's see here. Do I want this piece on here? I'll cut it down just a little bit. Okay. So what I'm going to do is just this. Now, what you got to do is whatever your focal is, whatever focal you use, make sure that your paper clip is right in line with that. Because when you put it on your journal, you put it on your journal, you want it to face forward. Okay. So just do your best to align your pieces with that. Okay. So I'm just going to put the hot glue here. Okay. And we'll do it like that. Okay. Let's try to align it like that. And what I do is I just hold it sideways just so I can see it, Okay. Make sure that because once it's on there, it's on there. Okay. And you don't want it to go on your piece crooked. Okay. I think that looks pretty good. Okay. So yeah, that's one way to do it. All right. And if you have some better looking paper than I do, you can put it on there and make it real pretty and everything. I just really wanted to get the paper clips on here. So that's just what I did. Okay. There's no like real science to it or anything. So these are going to be cute though. All right. So I just cut some more pieces here. And I'm going to put some more paper clips here. So I'm going to do that. Okay. So what we're going to do is this. Fold it in half. Okay. And then I put the big part out. Facing out. Okay. That's what you're going to put on your journal. All right. And then you, of course, do this one more time. I'll show you. And then we'll put a piece on the journal. And that'll be it. Okay. And then you seal it. Cover it up. Okay. As best you can. And then now this is a little long, so we're gonna cut this down. Okay. Alrighty, so we gotta cut it down to sort of match the back of our piece here. Okay. Again, let's just match it up with the front of the butterfly here. Okay. And then we're just gonna glue it on here. Alrighty. Okay, let's just do that. Okay. This is supposed to be a simple, easy project, but I tend to make things a little bit more complicated than they need to be sometimes. So I apologize if I did that, but once you start making these, you'll figure out a better way to do it if you don't like this particular way, or at the very least, it'll inspire you to try try something new, some new ways to create things. All right, so I got that one. Oh yeah, let's do this one. And if you have these 2-layer butterflies, y'all, what you can do is just, if you don't want, you're afraid for them to come apart, just take a little glue and stick it in the middle there. And it should hold it together. Okay. This little paper butterfly, because this is paper. So this is chipboard, but this is paper. Okay. And then I'll do that one later. But yeah, that's it. Okay, they're done. Now let's look at it, see how it looks in the journal. Okay, here, let's move these over. A little messy table. Okay, let's see. What do we have? You know what? I think that, let's see. Well, we just tried that one. Let's let that dry. Oh, this is so pretty. Ooh. Let me see. I said I want to try the blue one here. So let's do the blue one. So what you do is you take it and then you just slide it down. Wait a minute. Hold on. You slide it down on your piece there. Yeah, there we go. And there you go. And there you have your hidden paper clip. So you can put it on it's usually probably better for a pocket or something like that. But you can definitely put it on the the top of your journal, and you can have it sticking out kind of like that. That's really pretty. Okay, so let's put this on this side. Here, I want this one in the middle, kind of. Okay, let me see. I can't see. And make sure that this is glued down well, so it does not come up, because I did not glue that well. See, let's put this one up here. And let's see that. Look at that. That's so pretty. Wow. Oh, that's beautiful. Beautiful. Look at that. Gorgeous. Our hidden paper clips are finally done. So, yeah, that's the end of that. Okay. So I hope you have enjoyed this video and it has inspired you to try to create your own little cute little hidden paper clips, your little mixed media paper clips. All right. So if you have any questions or comments after the video is over, you can leave it down below and I'll answer it and I'll get back to you. Okay. And definitely check out some of the other videos that are already up on the platform, other mixed media videos and everything else if you are a new member. Okay. All right. Thanks for watching and I will see you in the next video. Bye.